Hello everyone, this is Ku and welcome to my channel. In the first episode of my new series, Breakdown, today we will be reviewing the moves I make while I'm playing Drake Egg. And I will try to explain you why I did those moves and will try to give you some cool tips and tricks for you. I'm not at my main server here, so I don't have access to special heroes. This is the deck I go in for some different alternatives that I can. Naziba to support my builds when Garrick is absent. Agner is good for almost every build with its resurrection. Space Warrior and Alred for late game elves if I go with Ina or Günkar Fighter. You definitely need those to boost them in later stages. And Bianca plus Frozen Elga for dwarves of course. Human Alliance is only good if you are going to play rogues with Ulla and Stan at early game. And Undead Alliance is a nonsense itself because why would you want to buff a race which are supposed to die? So I pick powerful fists here just to be able to hurt my enemies more than I should. Here, all three options are really tempting, but I always tend to choose Human Union in round 2 since it gives you a chance to get dwarves twice on round 2 and round 5. My luck is failing me here because there's no dwarf option. I want to explain first why I don't choose elves or goblins here. As you know, even by picking Human Union on round 2, I gain the chance to pick Dwarves and Silence. Also, Sir Edward for round 5, which means that we already have 3 more choices for the 5th round. So by choosing Elves or Goblins, I don't want to add 3 more to those I added already. So I continue with Power Seal, which is the best trophy for me for early game. Again, my luck is failing me here with the dwarves, so I picked Tavern Update to find a good hero to start the journey with. With some few rerolls, I get pretty lucky and find Drake Egg. I instantly sell everything and buy it because Drake Egg is one of the most unique heroes you can find in Dragon Draft. It's immune against debuffs and with 50% chance can split into 2 small very powerful drakes which can attack the enemies with very powerful wisdom, AoE or basic physical attack. So between round 5 to 10, I lose most of the rounds because my opponents are mostly playing Bobby and Sorey Jr., which is almost impossible to stop without control heroes at early game. And before round 10, I find Nova 9 and replace it with Naziba because I have 3 Garrix already and can switch to constructs if I can't find any control heroes. Also my luck is with me this time here, so I get shackles just to lower the damage I get from my opponents. After making Drake Egg legendary, I make my first mistake here by trying to find a control hero to upgrade. I can just stick with Naziba, but I don't stop. I just think about switching to constructs and cannot decide, but after I find Elgnet, I said okay, whatever, I need Wukong because as you will see future in this video, Wukong is seriously underestimated control hero that you might need in most of your decks. So with few wins and losses, I came to level 15, very strong, and of course with the help of shackles. So let's check our enemies. As you can see, there are 4 bobbies, one dwarves, one constructs, and one elf with control. So what do I need? I need more control. So that's what I am focusing on in this game. Because if I can control my dragon, I can proc, and with resurrections of Elgnets, I can buff my Drake 8 more, and the small dragons, they will just destroy my enemies. Here, with no hesitation, I pick Bag of Gold because I already have shackles, and my whole build is on buffing my Drake egg all the time and controlling my enemies. So to find more good heroes or useful heroes, I take Bag of Gold. This is the place where I make my big move, because finally I see Taller on the shop, and like I told you earlier, I need to control heroes. Also, there is no need to upgrade Wukong to legendary because I need his steal ability and monk passive for some dodge chance only. While I'm trying my chance, since I have the Terran update, to get the second Wukong or Talor, I find Blue Orb, and after a few more tries I find the second most crucial thing in Drake Egg build, Green Orb, because Drake Egg has 50% active chance to split to small drakes, so if you can get like 2 Green Orbs, the chance raises so high, and also inherits to Drake after the split. If we check the final situation of our board, after finding the second Blue Orb and the second Wukong, now we gain huge control over our enemies. And Elgnets are keeping us safe while resurrecting our control heroes and our bards to buff more and more, while Green Orb is helping our Drake Egg to do its job perfectly, as you can see in this fight. So now if we check our enemies, which is a thing I do almost every free second I have, and I highly recommend you to do it also. There are 4 bobbies with druids, which means they almost have no chance against me, because I can silence the horses. Even if I can't, I have dodge chance and Elgnets to resurrect. So to sum up, if they can't burst me out in the first round, they can't win the fight. It is the same with the other guys who are playing dwarves and constructs. So here I have 2 great options, which are Curse of the Elves and Dust in Your Eyes. With Curse of the Elves, I could basically make bobbies lose 25% of their stats, but as you know, we are playing with 2 Wukongs, which are monks that help us with 20% dodge chance. So if I combine it with 15% dodge bonus, my chance not to get hit raises so high, which gives me more durability in the fight, and my drakes will do all the job for me, while Elgnets resurrects the heroes can't dodge my enemies basically. So I get plus 25 HP here because there are no goblins, orcs or trolls. Not the best, but not bad either. Here, just after round 28, as soon as I get my blue orb to legendary, which helps me to silence my enemies first, I instantly pick Miklan, which is the second crucial hero for this deck, because it buffs your Drake Egg and the buff remains after Drake Egg splits into small drakes. Also, Miklan buffs all your arbiters because they deal wisdom damage. Here I have two perfect late game trophies. I choose Powerful Fists 2 because I want the game to finish as soon as possible, because I don't want my enemies to get magic protection, which basically drops my whole damage to 0. Let me explain why. With magic protection you get 20% resistance to magic damage, as you know, and if you have 4 sages like 2 blue and 2 green arbiters, your magic damage resistance raises easily to 100%. After that, you literally take only 1 damage for every wisdom attack you receive. So let's check my final deck before I make the biggest move of the game, which will lead me to my certain victory. We have our loyal 3 Bard staying with us since the beginning. We have 2 Wukongs bringing us 20% dodge chance extra to our trophy Dust in Your Eyes, so total 35%. 2 blue arbiters to silence our enemies and 2 green arbiters to raise the active 50% skill proc chance of my Drake Egg. And 2 Miklans to buff our wisdom heroes damage enormously, and finally 2 LGs as an insurance for any problems that can occur. So the mistake here is to push the ready button, but then I realize I have enough gold to make the final move. Our enemies are horses and constructs, and there is one simple, expensive but ultimate solution to deal with them. Here I am trying to find this ultimate solution by rerolling with Tavern Update that I'm lucky to have with, but as soon as I drop to 20 gold, I give up because the solution I'm searching for is 25 golds. As soon as I upgrade my Miklan here, I keep rerolling with Tavern Update, and finally I get lucky enough to find it. Of course I'm talking about Tagam, and I will explain how Tagam works perfectly with this deck in this fight. I would like to say, okay, let's watch, but 80% active proc chance of Tagam doesn't work here, so let's skip. Now let's watch, I would like to say, but here you can see how lucky I am at Dragon Draft. So 80% active chance of Tagam skill doesn't work here as well, so let's skip. So protection against weapons and protection from magic are both great for late game, but here I take extra space because all I need is one more Tagam to get more chance at silencing all my enemies. After some rerolls I get my second Tagam, and let's wrap up this video by watching the final battle of this beautiful match. I hope you enjoyed my video and that it helped you take another step forward at Dragon Draft. If you liked the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. See you in the next video. Bye.